Gemini, how are you doing? David, swimmer, Dave, or swimmer, or are you dealing with swimming trunks, or are you dealing with a fish? You could be dealing with the Pisces, you could have it in your chart, you could be called Charlotte. But how are you doing anyway, Gemini? So we're going to rush through this. I think there's a rushed energy, like I'm in a rush. I've got so much to do. I'm in the door, out the door, in the door, out the door, in the door, out the door, in the door. It's DAW, you could be making music like me on Angel Radio. You could be doing multiple different things of multitasking where you've got so much to do and you're so... Sorry, I just farted. You've got so much to do. You've got so much to do that you are kind of like so busy cleaning, doing this, doing that, cleaning up, moving, changing things around, okay, altering a load of things. You could be dealing with Steve, or it is me, with Gemini Moon. And you've just got so much to do that you can't possibly sit down for long. Okay, so I'm also hearing Malcolm, or Long, okay, and I'm so busy, I'm in and out, back to court, in here, out there. If you're dealing with 3, it could be Johnny Depp. Okay, but I'm in court, out of court, going to court, or I'm just like so busy, it's unreal. Okay, reel to reel. If I say reel, you say a fish on the end of my reel. So the person's either a fisherman, and they're going fishing all the time, or you're baiting someone in as a fish. You could be masturbating, you could be dealing with another fish. You could have a fish in your chart and you could have another fish. So, I don't know, there seems to be many fish in this net, okay, or the name Inet or Ninette, okay, but like fish everywhere. Pisces everywhere, minge, like everything, fish, and I mean, unless you're on a diet, I don't know, you might be eating fish and chips, or you're just eating someone's fish, like a lot, like you're like, man, I want to devour that fish. Like, I would eat that fish out, I would take it out, I would eat it out, I would eat it anywhere. Like, I don't mind, even if I was sitting on a park bench, I would have myself a nice bit of fish. So you could be travelling somewhere, and you might get fish and chips, if you're from Britain, mainly, but like, or Maney, okay, but like, I'm definitely seeing like a big old piece of fish slabbed on the table, like, look at my piece of fish. Someone could have a big dick, or you could be called Richard. I don't know, but like, look at that piece of fish. So, I don't know, you've just got like a lot of fish around you. So, I don't know, you could be called Andrew, Ansfield, Fields, Sheffield, somewhere like that from up north. But like, fish everywhere, like sister, daughter, brother, mother, sister, there's fish everywhere. Okay, so, yeah, fish. You could be playing cards, you could be dealing cards, you could be doing tarot cards, and playing fish. You know, have you got, you know, like, you know, what have you got? Oh, I've got this. You alright, bruv? What you got? Cool, look at that monster. Fucking hell, you're well hung. Like, yeah, I've been out all day trying to catch this motherfucker. Look at the size of it. It's like, that's a big old fish you got there, bruv. Comparing sizes of fish. How big's yours? Well, I caught this. And you're like, yeah, bruv, I'll fucking believe it when I see it. Alright. Look at the size of that fish. Told you. So again, someone likes the size of someone's fish. And the Piscean, more than likely, with the name Lee, or Laura, or Lucy, or Lucifer, Capricorn, Liz, Taylor, Tyler, Tay, anybody beginning with T, Terry Tibbs, anybody beginning with T, basically. Okay, T. So let's see. Tim. I was hearing Tim. Tim, oh, you're right, Tim. Timbuktu. Or Tim. Terry. Tim. Any of the male names that are T. Anyway, so let's see. Gemini. Gemini, Capricorn, or Life Path 6s, because we deal with numbers. Okay, it's up to you. This is not anybody else that's really going to be showing you that. We're going to go over it again. So anyway, Gemini, what have you got coming up this week? Forgive, let that shit go. So some of you have probably just had an argument or something like that, and you're just trying to forgive and forget. Can we just forgive all of this now and just let it all behind us and leave it all behind and continue on the way that we are? For a lot of you, and we need to forgive each other so we can actually now start thinking about our future. Gemini, eat some shit made by Mother Nature. There was an energy here, and it came up around somebody that could really be suffering around their diet. Okay, and you could have an eating disorder like myself that is not bulimia or anorexia, obviously, but it can be both energies. Someone that doesn't really eat much of anything, or someone that eats quite a lot of everything. Okay, that could be a mirror between both of you. One of you is a bit like Laurel and Hardy. Okay, one could be larger, or Elijah, or Lee, or Laura. One could be larger, one could be smaller. I don't know, because I'm hearing small fish, big fish, cardboard box, making music, Angel Radio. I've got a new one coming up. If you're interested, the link is below to the other channel that I run. You could be dealing with Life Path 7, a Cancerian, because I'm hearing run, forest, cock, frost, foster, frost. But yeah, someone could be really struggling around food, either too much or too little. I don't know, because I'm hearing little and large, big fish, little fish, cardboard box. Some of you might be boxing, fighting, or like. Anyway, let's see Gemini, what they got coming up, please, this week. So we'll do this, clarify them, and then do your tarot as normal, Gemini. So no one wants to listen to that shit. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change the world, so do it. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio or an Aries. There could be a lot of, like a Life Path 4 maybe somewhere. Okay, but there could be a lot of complaining. No one wants to hear that shit. Complaining makes you weak. So someone, whoever it is, even if it be myself, stop complaining. Let's see, Gemini. Shit could be so much worse. So it could be much more worse than what it is. So someone, I think, just likes to keep going over the same thing, mainly. Okay, or Maney, or Lee, or Laura, or Lucy, Lucifer. Let's see, anyway. Forgive. Let that shit go. Who's that? Pisces. So forgive, let the person go. Okay, it's a little bit like a fish, and you catch it and it's not big enough. So you can't, like, I'm going to have to let that go or use it as bait, okay, and then lure in a big one. So someone could be luring in a fish, okay, and then like casting out, okay, and using the little fish to catch a bigger fish. Okay, so you could be catching pike or carp. It could be carp fishing, pike and eel. That is also a restaurant, okay, a restaurant. So it could all be food related, okay. Show me what eat some shit made by Mother Nature is representing. So it could be a Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo or paradox number. Meaning if it's a Cappy, it could also be involving a Gemini. That would be a 6, also Life Path. Taurus / Sagittarius, Life Path 5, okay. And so on and so forth. So anybody around you that could be an earth sign that could be struggling around food, or air sign, whatever, or Trevor or Tracy or Treacle or Tanya, Terry. Let's see. No one wants to listen to that shit. Pisces, that might be me moaning and some people saying, well, I'm sure you slagged off tarot readers. I'm just going to stay off tarot. I'm just going to stay off YouTube for a while and just focus on Patron. Anyway, shit could be much worse. No one wants to listen to that shit, Steve. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change the world, so do it. Okay. So if you're going to do something, stay out the way. Shit could be so much worse. Sagittarius or Taurus. I don't know. I keep picking up that someone's complaining about something here. It might be me because I keep hearing Steve. Forgive, let that shit go. Another Pisces. You could have two Piscean energies here. You know what I was saying to you about there's a lot of fish around? As I'm saying, you could be watching from a Gemini or a Capricorn. I mean, you could be moaning at this person. I've got no idea because you could have a 3 placement somewhere. But like, you know, there's this energy of you, your partner, your brother and your sister having a lot of fish in their chart. A lot of Piscean energies, a lot of 3, Life Path 3 energies, or, you know, somebody rising Venus, Jupiter. Let's see what the Hangman is for. 4. If I say 4, you say Scorpio, Aries. Yeah. Forgive, let that shit go. Let the past go and move on. Okay, Ron or Ronald. But move on and let the person go. Forgive and just move. Get going. Because there's an energy that I can't move. So basically, Steve, stop complaining that you've put on weight. This really could be it. Steve, stop complaining that about your food, okay, about your food, and shut the fuck up. Keep saying that you're going to go on a diet and that you are dieting, and then complaining to everybody online when you've got a treadmill right behind you and you need to get running, Forrest. But you need to get running. 7 of Swords energy possible. Stop delaying it and get moving. If there's an energy of travel, it's saying let it go and start traveling. Because that's no, I need to stay here. Okay, that's a word of advice from something. So, eat some shit made by Mother Nature, the King of Pentacles. Yeah, so there's desire and there's temptation all over the place, Steve. You need to fucking put down the Twinkies and fucking concentrate more on your park life, bruv. Get some exercise. Right, so, Steve, note to self. You don't need to take a note. You've just spent fucking $2,000 on a goddamn fucking treadmill. You might as well use it. Shut the fuck up and get on it. There you go. Get on it, bruv, like a car bonnet. Someone wants to shove someone on a car bonnet. Okay. Yeah, so there's temptation all out there about food. Food. Eat some shit made by Mother Nature. Decide to eat or decide what to eat. As long as 1, you eat something, and 2, if you're me, change your diet. Eat something else other than the same thing so you don't get stuck and pissed off with eating it. Try to vary your diet a little. It's very difficult for me because when I'm on a diet, if I realise I can eat something, I eat it to death, which means that I don't change my diet up. I think, okay, I've got a recipe, I know how to cook it, I've made it into my own recipe that I know is the right amount of calories. So I'll stick with eating those 2 products throughout the whole day, 1 in the afternoon and 1 at night for tea. And I'll do that for fucking months and months and months until I'm sick to death of it. So, options. You have options. Probably try to vary your diet instead of eating the same thing. As long as you're on a treadmill, you may be able to burn off a few extra calories, but get fucking moving, Steve. People are going to say shut up complaining, but who gives a shit? It's a message for myself. Stop complaining and get moving. Get on your treadmill, variety your diet, and you'll probably find it a lot easier. My spirit guides, I think, are getting a little bit pissed off with me keep saying I wish I could lose weight. The Empress, or my partner. The Empress. The Empress. So 2, decide to do it, Stephen. Decide to do it. Now, if there is the other Stephen that is on here, and we're hopefully at some point trying to get you motivated to change your life, okay, around temptation and all the stuff that you know of, right? Temptation, lead us not into temptation, for drugs and alcohol and under the influence, okay? Decide to do that now, okay? Which I think you've told me in the comment section that you are, right? Well done. Congratulations to you. I'm so proud, okay? There is nothing like people that are addicted to a substance that can be blamed by society to do well, that were under the influence. It's a bit like Johnny Depp being under the microscope, when all they've done is to say that you're obviously a very violent man because you drink alcohol and take different amounts of substances, so you're obviously fucking violent. Manipulated by another person of argument in a court. I don't care who's right or wrong. But again, it's quite easy for people to judge you when you are an alcoholic or you take drugs, because the trust is gone. Okay, so if you're at court and you've not been taking drugs and you are not under the influence, well done. Okay, well done. Because the eating might be like drinking, for instance. Okay, what it's basically saying that if you are consuming something in your mouth that isn't very good for you and you know that, try to alter what it is that you're taking. Okay, it could also be medication and stuff like that. Can also be drinking. Okay. Swap Coke, okay, or cocaine. Swap Coke for water. Diet Pope, the Pope. Swap it for the Pope. Swap religion for spirituality. But yeah, replacement. There's one big thing I will teach people there about spiritual stuff, and also replacement of drugs and alcohol and codependency. Is replacement. You have to replace it with something. Has to be replaced with something. You cannot get along in life by not eating anything at all and drinking anything at all. Okay, so whatever it is that you do, you have to replace it with something. Okay. Temperance. Queen of Swords. Shit could be much worse. You could have the mother-in-law over. Or law over. Someone could be coming over. I'm hearing something could... shit could be much more worse, so appreciate what you've got in life, basically. Okay. I think you are appreciating your partner. For a lot of you. Okay, so there's a little bit of advice there, but I think mainly some of that was to do with around health and dieting and are or eating or not. Okay, depending on which timeline you're on there. Okay, so let's see. I'm also hearing Ronald McDonald, which is McDonald's. Don't eat McDonald's. Or if you've not eaten, go to McDonald's. That's up to you. But I keep hearing Ronald McDonald, which is burgers and burger and chips, or Ronald McDonald, or burgers. Okay. Let's see. Gemini, which could mean fast food. You know, try to stop eating so much fast food. I think I'm sorry to keep mentioning Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, but I am so addicted to their trial, it's unreal. And they're having a week's break, and Amber is just about, well, I'm only a little way through the Amber bit, but like she's now on trial, right? She's now actually on the stand. But I can remember someone saying that Johnny Depp, he's obviously a Gemini, saying that he loves fast food. Right. Have you not noticed that Johnny Depp sort of like bulking out a little bit? It might be because he's wearing a suit. And getting older, right? Anyway, so let's see. Anybody realise that Amber Heard's a very good actress? Anybody notice that one? I actually started feeling very like, oh my god, are you actually crying, or are you like, how can you start crying but not cry, no tears, over something that was so devastating, start crying on the stand, but you're actually not crying? Like, I would be in floods of tears. If a person had slapped me around the face the amount of times that they said that he did her at the beginning, and I was having to mention that in court, man, I wouldn't start like finding it very difficult to speak. You know, as soon as someone starts to cry, man, you can't just stop just like that. I would be in absolutely fucking floods of tears on that stand. Like, it would, as soon as you start crying and you start remembering that, you don't just quiver at the lip and start. You're off, man. You're like fucking, the floodgates are fucking flowing. I mean, that could happen, because I did mention that yesterday before I'd actually watched it, because I'm doing these now at like 10 o'clock in the morning. It is now. Okay. But like, you know, I can hear the floodgates coming out, or some kind of reenactment of something. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. I mean, you know, I don't want to offend people if people have been in physical and mental abuse and actually been treated that way and slapped and hit, because no one should put up with that. But I just can't. I don't think it happened the way that she's saying it did. I really don't. But anyway, let's see. Gemini, what they got coming up? So you got Virgo in reverse here, man. Did you just have that? I forgot. Sorry. Did you? One of the readings, it was either you or the other person in the reading that I just did here. I don't know why Virgo has been put in reverse. Because everything is roughly... Oh, no. I think I did do it. We'll keep that. I don't know. Something there is in reverse. Okay. It feels like I've been reversed over. Or I'm rehearsing. Heard. Follow the herd. Follow the trial. You little shit. I hope they throw away the key. You should have talked to me more often than you did. But no, you had to go your own way. Have you broken any homes up lately? Just 5 minutes, worm, Your Honour. Leave me alone. Lee, Laura, Lucy, L. Anybody? Or Lee? Elijah. I was still going through that same thing, Elijah. Oh dear. Because I can give you a little bit here that was over on the last reading that I literally just finished before I did this, which was Cancerian or Life Path 7 energy. Okay. It's not a good scenario. Life Path 9s or Virgos are not 10s. They are not a 10, right? Which means they can find it very difficult to get over an addiction of drugs or alcohol to actually start, which means that I can start, but then I stop and then I fail and then I start and then I stop and then I start and I stop, because it means codependent energy. Okay, so this, believe it or not, is actually in my dieting sector. I think it is, because it's midheaven, I think. But anyway, because it relate to different things. But what I'm hearing for you in this card is a lot to do with codependent energy of addiction, drugs, alcohol, okay, not being able to complete the cycle by myself, okay, because a 9 is not a 10. It doesn't reach it. Satisfaction of like, I'm spending too much time trying to get over my ex that I believe there's still a chance of that one pentacle. So in my eyes, this means false prophet, okay, meaning that it doesn't reach that 10. So it could be a prophecy, okay. So it's a false prophecy, meaning that I could be lying or I could be lying to myself. Now in the Life Path 7 energy, this energy did come up as a lying energy, because it said it will lie to your face. And it might be someone that has like a Piscean 3 Virgo placement, okay, because the major arcana was not a Pisces, but it was a 3. But what I'm hearing in this reading is that the person could be a Piscean Virgo in their chart. Piscean Virgo, okay. I'm not saying they're lying. It could be, like I said, it could be lying to oneself, okay. But that is lost. Like, that's, I am lost. I don't know the answer, okay. I really don't know what's going to come of this, okay. I have not moved on away from my past energy yet, okay. I am not prepared to give up, okay. I'm not prepared to hear this yet, okay. But that can be an addiction. Someone that has a very bad addiction in life because they're not prepared to sort themselves out as such. Because I really do keep hearing there's an addiction here. Okay, and if I'm honest, I do keep hearing that it is involving a Piscean, involving a Pisces. Okay, but it can be food related. Okay, can also be, I'm also hearing, related to you. So don't forget, you can watch this as a Gemini or a Capricorn or a Life Path 6. Related to you, okay? It says relative energy, meaning it's a relative of yours, okay? So let's see, of Laws, Laura, Lucy, Louise, Lucifer. It's a relative of a Capricorn, I keep hearing. Relative of Capricorn. My relatives. Let's see. Because I keep hearing, let's see, Lucy. So Lucifer, Capricorn. Let's see. Lucy. Lucille. Seal, Sarah. Anyway, Gemini. So Knight of Cups. There you go. It could be a sibling. This could be a brother or a sister, a niece or a nephew, okay, or your partner, or a friend, or a client, even, or even Stephen. Okay, but again, there's this energy of like, I'm trying to come out of something. I'm trying to come out with something and let you know. Okay, and I'm trying my best to tell you, this person could have done so here, or needs to do so. Okay, but I'm trying my best to try and fight my way out of this confliction of a dark rabbit hole. I seem to have got myself into a debt or regret. Like, I'm regretful and also in debt. And I'm in debt to you because I owe you. This is an apology, an explanation, or money, or love, or trust, or anything. But I need to build it back up. I owe you an apology. I owe you an explanation, or an I owe you, which is debt. which could mean money, okay, but I owe you an explanation, okay. I need a chance to be able to explain, okay. Someone could also be turning this person's offer down, like turning their offer down. Meaning I'm going to make you an offer, but I'm worried the fact that you might turn it down. Let's see. Gemini. Four of Swords. You could be dealing with Scorpio and Aries, or basically just the card itself. But I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted and finding it very difficult to work. This person might be on incapacity benefit. The Hermit to me is an incapacitated energy, right? Because I always represent it as earthbound energy of money as well, okay? Because it would mean oil, digging for oil, digging for information. Okay, so like, you know, I'm digging myself into a rabbit hole of depression. So if there's an illness or a mental illness, there can be an energy of like needing support from the government. Okay, and because I need support from the government, I also need support of friends and family that are around me because I am ill at the moment. Now, I don't know if that's incapacity benefits, but like I'm looking for something of more of a benefit that is going to benefit me more. Okay. Am I going to benefit from this? What do I get from it? Which could be like an IOU. Because I'm doing you a favour, I actually now need you to do me a favour. If I'm going to work for you, I need you to pay me for doing that. Or I'm going to do you a favour, but I need a favour doing in return. Okay. Let's see, Gemini. Stern, puts you all up in here. King of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, clients. King of Pentacles, possible Capricorn. But Capricorn can also be / Gemini, meaning yourselves or the Parsons, Natalie, Parsnips, Nipper, Neil, Nigel, Niall, Nige, you're right, Nige. The River Nine or Neen or Janine, Jenny W.A.S.D. You might be looking pay Steve. Pay Steve. Some of you got to pay Steve something. I've got to pay you, Steve. I see you, Steve, and I'm going to have to pay you for something. No one owes me any money. I'm going to have to pay you. Let's see. Man, y'all got a lot of clientele type sort of energy coming up here, Gemini. Wow. So you got the Page of Cups, you got the Three of Cups, and the King of Cups. Bob's your uncle, fiddle your aunt. It's fucking brilliant. What do you know, Gemini? Yeah, it's gravy, baby. Everything is going according to plan. Knight of Pentacles is also a flat. I've literally just taught these. If you're on the teaching tier, you'll notice that this and the Two of Swords is what we were going over of me teaching. It's about hesitation and confidence. And then we dive deep in it for about an hour, and I've got a huge fucking loads of downloads of information that was entering my head about the representation of the next video coming up of here, of the accumulation and the build-up of karma when you hesitate. Because if you hesitate to go forward on metaphysics, okay, you build up the energy of karma, meaning that destiny is a planet called Capricorn, a ship called Destiny, okay, but 6. So it means that destiny is a planet called karma. Karma is not a fucking human being, it's a planet. So it doesn't have feelings and emotions of a human like we do. It doesn't give a fuck about your emotions, your pain, or anything. It will cause pain, okay, in order for you to purge and release of a mirror, which is another piece of God, which is within another person. So you purge and you release through religion to your soulmate and to your people to ascend to the next level, which also takes you to heaven in a little rowboat clap clap. Okay. But hesitation is a build-up of loads of cars that pile up behind you when you hesitate to go onto a roundabout, which is a cycle of Saturn. If you like that kind of stuff of how I teach, that is what I'm teaching now over on the teaching tier. That's the explanation of things that deep. We take things, okay, and we dissect it, okay, we dissect it all, and we take it all apart and we create something of energy, but of stories that are also metaphysical and also teaching you about cards, and we put it all together to make a story and also things of that. It's dissecting it and getting you to look at the deeper energy of what it is that we create by that, by then dissecting it and putting it all back into pieces that end up going into a story of the Akashic records and everything above, because that will also be that. Everything that is dissected is a story that creates loads, that creates another lot, that another lot, and another lot, and then we put it all together and it molds together of a complete set of segment of videos that lead into the answer of more. Okay, but at the moment, do you understand what I'm trying to say to you about this, of what I'm teaching, the style that I teach? I show you cards of the representation of coming onto a roundabout, hesitating, not looking left or right, stop, green light, red light, go, stop, go, amber. Have you heard? So we go into channeling. Why does that happen? Okay. Have you heard, amber? Okay. Have you heard that there's nothing coming to the right? So why is it that you're hesitating to go forward? I can't do it yet. Stop. Look, listen, I need a little bit more time. Okay, can be. Okay. So the energy builds up where you are a leading energy of confidence. To go onto a roundabout and think, well, there's no cars coming, so I'm fine. But if I slam my brakes on, everybody's going to pile in front of me, where I'm the leader. I'm the one in front that's supposed to be confident on the fact that if I don't go forward in destiny of what I feel, I fear. If I fear, what do? Build up karma. It accumulates more karmic energy, and it draws itself up where your life will start to spiral, because you have to purge. We'll go over it on the tier teaching tier there. But your love life is cushy here. You know, you've got the King of Cups, you've got the Three of Cups, you've got Piscean energy. There are brothers and sisters around you. There is support around you. There are support workers here. There are clients here also. That's hopefully you lot joining Patron and the teaching tier. Trust me, you'll get much more out of it than just cards. If you want to change, if you physically want to change, and you want to change the outlook of how you're seeing tarot cards and also your life, the teaching comes hand in hand, just as important as what the cards do. Okay, they really do. They'll teach you about energy, okay, and what to expect. Again, but you know, you've got the King of Cups, Page of Cups, you've got clients, people, children, talking, speaking, feeling very good, dieting energy, looking forward to the future, making plans, work, money is here, feeling very good, a birthday party maybe, celebration in the family, could be the arrival of a baby. You could have a brother and a sister or someone here that keeps looking at Capricorn energy, possible, or the Capricorn could be Gemini energy. But that's paying that energy there, because it's curious, it's looking. And you've got two men also, but it can be the same one. Like if you're like me and you've got a Pisces, if you're a Pisces and you've got Scorpio rising, okay, and you have a Gemini moon like me, this can come up as also Capricorn, okay, because that would relate to my Vedic chart also, meaning that I have Capricorn in Vedic, okay, so also Taurus and Virgo. But like I said, that's the representation of element there. That's another teaching thing that's over there. But yeah, I'm going to stop now, Gemini, because I've got shitloads to do, and I think your reading is going to go very well. Okay, so if you want to join, you can. It'll be the full access bundle only, is where I will dissect more cards, clarify them, and tell you the outcome. Now, Cancerian reading of Life Path 7 was actually very good on here. When we got over there, it represented so many different things. Okay, but anyway, it's starting off very good, but we'll clarify with more cards, and then we'll dig into the hidden truth, and then do you another reading that is clarified as well by giving you that as well. Now, if you are on the full access bundle where this goes, it's actually now being called something else, which is monthly and weekly tarot, I think it is. Okay, bundle. Because people get mixed up. If you want the teaching tier, you only have to pay the difference between the lower tier, which is the full access bundle, the difference to the higher tier. You just can't do it the other way around. Because Patron will not pay you back what you've already paid. If you pay for the highest tier of teaching, and you want to downgrade to a lower tier, they'll charge you how much that lower tier is. If you want to upgrade from the full access bundle, which is what, £12 something plus a little bit of change of VAT, up to the teaching tier, they will only charge you like $7 or $8 or whatever that is. It's minimal. It's really not that much to be able to get access to those as well. So you'll be involved in both tiers, but you won't be paying both unless you go from here down. They just won't give you that money back. They'll give you access, but you've got to pay both. If you go from here upwards, they'll just charge you the full amount of what this top tier is. Okay, so it'll only be the difference. It won't be both. Okay, so always, if you're ever joining and you want to know what is over there at any point, you can always leave. But if you just want to, if you want both of them, don't do it in reverse because they'll charge you for both. I'll be happy as a pig and shit if you did, because I can't do anything about that. But I'm trying to help you out there. That's a secret way around it. Is never go down a tier, go up a tier, and just pay the difference. Okay. And then you'll get a lot more knowledge. So if you want to join, you can. All links are provided below. Everything that explains that, I've written it all out and shown you and give you links to Patron that explain how to upgrade a tier and how to do it, okay? Because you have to look at your memberships, okay? And everything else does explain. It's quite easy step by step, okay? All right, guys, thanks very much. All links are provided below, and I'll see you soon.